time for our Law and You segment sponsored by Gig and Jancola. Join with us now. We've got attorney Chris Jancola.
Good morning.
Good morning. Braving your way out in the frosty morning today.
Oh my goodness, ice all over the roads. Everybody's got to be careful.
Out in our parking lots too. This is kind of where your specialty comes in too, right? In case people get injured on the job. What are the other types of law that you and your partner Mike practice?
Well, of course, like you said, I do personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security, disability. Mike, who couldn't be here today, does real estate, estates, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff. And of course, people can write into the show twice a week a variety of different questions on the law that you practice. You'll answer, give some free legal advice here. Kind enough to do that. We've got one headed your way. Okay, it says, I lost a few toes in a work accident. I was off of work, but am now cleared to go back without restrictions. Should I?
Well, there's a lot of stuff to unpack in this question. First of all, great that they are actually getting you back to work and everything, because sometimes the insurance companies and things don't like to do that. However, if they are having you go back and you haven't talked to an attorney yet, you might not realize that you have something called a specific loss benefit. So even though you go back to work, the fact that you lost some toes, some appendages types of stuff, sounds kind of weird and morbid, but under the workers' compensation law for Pennsylvania, everything has a value, all right? So usually with workers' comp, I say, just try to get back to work, and, if you can't go back to your job, then maybe you'd get a settlement or something along those lines. But with this, you can go back to work. However, the employer/insurance company might just be wanting you to go back to work because they don't want you to know that you can actually get money for those specific losses type of deal. So on the outside, it looks like they're doing the right thing and they're doing the good thing, which they are, but there's an added level to these types of cases, and you legitimately go to a chart in the statutes and it says what each appendage is worth, and they put a certain amount of weeks on it. And depending upon what your workers' compensation rate is, a thumb, I remember, is 100 weeks worth of benefits. And half a thumb is 50 weeks. Yes, they literally, it's very odd explaining that. Yes, it's odd explaining that to clients, and saying this is what the value of this is. Because it's completely different from personal injury. Because personal injury, you get pain and suffering and everything along those lines. So it's not a formula, but for workers' comp, it's a formula.
Wow, yeah, because they don't tend to grow back.
No, they do not. No.
I think this is one of those cases where it's a good idea to just get an attorney, because like you're saying, and technically the employer's kind of out for themselves at the end of the day.
Yes. At least, and again, we offer a free office consult, at least get a free office consult so that somebody can say, hey, you know what? Yeah, actually, they are doing the right thing, or no, we should really think about hiring me so that I can get you what you deserve for the loss of these items.
Yeah, you've talked about that too in some of the other cases, as far as they'll want you to obviously go see their doctor, and you can get a second opinion and just iron out some of those details to make sure you're in the right.
It's sad, and I've actually seen it get a little bit worse the last couple of years, that the employee thinks that the employer/insurance company is doing the right thing by them and being fair, and then whenever I sit down and explain it to them, I'm like, yeah, on the outside they are, but they might not really be. And you got to protect yourself, and that's why we're around.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping those laws and regulations in place, making sure people are following the rules, all that good stuff. Well, if people want to give your office a call and check in with you and Mike, what's the best way to do that?
Well, please give us a call at 814-946-1606 or go to gig-law.com.